Hi, this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Well, looky-see here. I don't have the plates behind me. I got photos, I got cards, I got bats, got paintings from Scott. A lot of cool stuff. I don't have my wife's plate, so you can't be joking on that. Today, kids, what we're going to discuss is Rarity. I'm going to show you what I consider an extremely rare card. And I thought, you know what, let's talk about Rarity. But before we do that, because I know a lot of people want to see the card, they don't care about me talking. If you want to care about me talking about Rarity, stay tuned for that. But let me show you this card I picked up. God, it's been a couple months now. A card that I've been looking for an awful long time. Okay, and PSA has only graded 2 of them, SGC 1. The last time this particular card sold was in 2019. This exact card, 2019. One before that, an SGC 2 sold in 2016. So they don't come up for auction very often. I don't never see it at the National. It's just extremely rare card. And what it is the 1924 Diaz cigarettes. And it's a 130 card set. All pictures now. Of the 136 cards, all of them are pictures. You have Grover Alexander, Waite Hoyt. You have a lot of rookie cards, if you want to call these cards, considered to be rookie cards. But 136 cards, all pictures. And this company, it says Diaz Cigarettes. Now, it's kind of, it shouldn't be called Diaz Cigarettes. It should be called the Gutierrez Tobacco Company. Because Diaz was the owner at the time when these cards were produced, and there was an owner before him and after him, but it was still the Gutierrez Tobacco Company. Tomas Gutierrez Tobacco Company. Burdick's the one who named it Diaz, so you can blame him. And he also classified it as an N258. Nowadays, an N, we start with N meaning for 19th century cards, which this is not the case, but he decided the N being from South American cards. He started with the letter N. There is a hole here, a little punch hole. Not sure why. I've seen a couple cards in this set that have the same punch hole. What you would do, one of the things you could do with this card is turn it in for an album. So on the back here, basically it says the person that sends in the complete 136 picture set cards will be given an album. So maybe this is, they would hole punch it and give you the card back, but I've only seen a couple of them like that. Of the 136 cards, only 44 in total have been graded. You see here, there's a crack in the slab here. I knew that. I was told that when I purchased this. So one day I will get it re-slabbed. 1924, I believe Walter Johnson won 17 games. Just an ultra rare card. And to survive from Cuba to here, which is kind of crazy. Of the Grover Alexander, one card, another one I would love to have. I've never seen one anywhere, on Google or anywhere else. I guess it exists. It's part of the checklist. On the checklist, this would be card 1. So an ultra rare Walter Johnson card from Havana, Cuba. Now I do have a couple other cards I've shown before, but since we're talking Cuban cards, I got the 1930 Bulgare chocolate card of Babe Ruth. These were placed in packages of Bulgare chocolates, meant to be for and placed in an album. I got the Propagandist 46 Joe DiMaggio, and also the Ted Williams, which you don't see every day. Now, Rarity. Let's talk Rarity. I overuse Rarity all the time. But I'm trying not to so much nowadays in my recent videos. Because Rarity, everyone has a different definition of Rarity. Now I'm strictly talking vintage pre-war, not talking manufactured Rarity. Okay. There's no book to tell you what's rare when it comes to pre-war cards. I know coin collectors have, I guess Collector's Universe has a scale when it comes to rarity, from ultra rare to extremely rare, very rare, rare, and so forth. But with something like that, do we need that in the hobby? Probably don't need it. Would it be kind of interesting and fun? I would say yes. People would have to do extreme research. You can't just go by pop reports. Can't go by, like, say, eBay sales. Okay. Pop reports, older collectors, a lot of old collectors just don't grade cards. There's cards that are larger in size, postcards or, some kind of team pack or whatever. People just don't grade them because they're not your standard size baseball card. So it's hard to pop report. I guess you can go by that, but you can't just strictly go by that. I mean, there's cards, somebody might say, I have a rare E120 American Caramel card of Bob Jones. There's only 7 in existence. 7 PSA is only graded 7. Well, it's Bob Jones. Who would grade Bob Jones? Where the E120 Ruth, there's 103 graded by PSA. And who knows how much by SGC. So I wouldn't call that a rare card. Bob Jones with 7. Some people might call that a rare card. You can't go by eBay sales strictly. Many cards are not sold, especially pre-war nowadays. You're looking for pre-war. There's other avenues like auction sites. I purchase most of my cards in that. Very rarely do I purchase a card from eBay. Auction sites, card shows, Net54, Facebook, all kinds of different ways to purchase a card. But that's one way you can look. Maybe VCP, for instance, this card, the Walter Johnson. I looked up again. The last one sold. One of the auction houses or eBay was in 2019. Okay, so you can look at that. Where'd the card come from? It came from Cuba. You turned in cards to receive an album. Did you receive the cards back? How many cards are in a set, and how many have been actually found? There's some cards that have never, supposedly they exist, 136 card set, but they've never been seen. So you kind of go by the set itself, how rare that set is. So what's your guys' opinion? I mean, you ask one person, the other person, John Mangini, we tease all the time, it's a drinking game. When John says rare, you got to take a drink, okay? But for him and for other people, they might be rare. Some people never, these cards he's showing you've never seen before. For you, it might be rare. For myself, I might have a different opinion because I collect pre-war cards. So many of these I've seen before, whether they've been at a show or, somewhere. I've seen them. and so I might not consider that rare. So anyway, what's your opinion? Do we need a rarity scale? Would it be interesting to have one? If somebody and a group of people actually did the research to figure out how many cards actually exist in a set, and what's your opinion on rarity? Hey, thanks for watching. This is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Bye.